Morning coffee. Does it get any better? Wait. Biscotti. Now, what I love about this biscotti recipe is it's relatively simple and relies on very few ingredients. On the wet side, we have a half a cup of oil, 1 cup of sugar, 3 eggs, and a tablespoon of extract, whatever your favorite is, but I prefer anise, almond, or vanilla. On the dry side, we've got 3 1/4 cups of flour, all-purpose is preferred, and 1 tablespoon baking powder, not soda. Start with a half cup vegetable oil, or whatever type you like. I usually use plain old olive oil. To that, add 1 cup of sugar and stir it, combining the oil and sugar to a uniform state. Now that's going to be a big thing throughout the recipe. In a separate bowl, prepare 3 eggs at room temperature and beat until they're pretty well blended. Combine the sugar oil and the eggs together, once again making sure we've got that nice consistency going on. And take whatever type of extract you now have chosen and barely blend that one into the mix. Now in a separate bowl, whisk together the 3 1/4 cups flour with the 1 tablespoon of baking powder. If you don't have a whisk handy, improvise. Now slowly add 1/3 of the dry bowl into the wet bowl until the dough begins to form. After adding another 1/3 of the dry bowl, the dough will be getting heftier. Feel free to use an electric mixer or anything you might have handy. Add the remaining dry mix and work the dough thoroughly. Take a moment to appreciate the tactile sensation of the dough. Make sure to get every tasty bit and form the dough into a ball. Warning, raw cookie dough can be dangerous. Dough scrapers rock. Cut or tear the dough into 2 relatively equal pieces. And something I had almost forgotten to show you and talk to you about. Chocolate chips and many different additions that you can put in. That's one of the things I like about cutting them in half for the basic dough, is you can have a regular biscotti and then you can throw in almonds or chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, whatever you're feeling. They're going to be gone in no time. You're going to have to bake more anyway, so what's the point of worrying about messing up one small batch? Go wild. Make biscotti with bacon if you're feeling like it. We now return to our regularly scheduled dough programming, still in progress. Prepare 2 baking sheets. Use parchment paper to help make cleanup easier. Shape 1 ball into a log, then flatten it on the tray. Work the dough by whatever means necessary into a 1/2 inch thick rectangular shape. Looks good. Now do the same thing with your other piece. Excellent. If you haven't already, preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and wait for it to come up to temperature. Once the oven's heated, in they go. Well, that'll take 25 to 30 minutes. Normally I check on them around 20 minutes, make sure they're still doing alright. If you feel like you're going to have to flop the trays around, if you're baking like I am, you might want to check on them around, I don't know, 17 minutes. Anyways, what to do during that 25 to 30 minutes that we're going to have? Start off with the dishes, get everything cleaned up. After you're done with that, I don't know, watch a few more videos. Like this one and subscribe to the channel, see what else I might have. Some of them you might like, some of them you might not, but always good to have you on board. Stick around, we'll see how they turn out in about 25 minutes and we'll get on to stage 2. Well, we've had those in there about 18 minutes. Let's check and see how they're coming along. And I think we will change tray positions and continue to bake for about another 7 minutes. Remove and let cool for about 5 minutes until cool enough to handle. Using your dough scraper or trusty knife, cut the biscotti loaves into inch-thick slices and return them carefully back to the baking trays. Arrange the slices with one of the cut sides facing down, then back to the oven for around 4 to 10 minutes. When the biscotti lightly browns, remove the trays from the oven and flip the biscotti once more. Into the oven for one last go, about another 4 to 10 minutes. Allow to sit or stand for about 5 minutes more and then transfer to cooling racks. Wait patiently for a few minutes to let them cool just a bit and enjoy. A little bit crunchy on the outside, nice and soft right inside. You know, whether with an evening absinthe or with the morning coffee, I really don't think there's a bad time for biscotti. That being said, I don't think biscotti should wind up being the staple of your daily dietary consumption, though I've tried to convince myself otherwise many times. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try out the biscotti. Let me know what you think of it. Definitely let the guy with the original recipe, let him know how great it is. I think next time around for a recipe we're going to do a perfect nighttime, sleepy time honey lavender shortbreads. And one of my favorites, I'll show the original recipe, or at least where to find it, and then we'll go off on my own personal special little version of it. Enjoy the biscotti. We'll see you next time. A smarter man would have spit this out by now. Cookie Monster is a bad influence.